All right, we're here with game 3. This is the Reckoning game. Flank, convict labor, hunting party, exhaust, neutralize, quick murder. Um, I was playing against my friend John, which was unfortunate because I didn't want to play somebody I liked in this round because I knew the game was going to be unfun, and we're going to spend some time talking about my list and why I took my list and how it played into this scheme pool and how I thought that it was. I don't think anyone, unless you knew what I was going to take, was going to be prepared to beat me unless they took like an all-in list. And even then, it would still be maybe a 50-50 chance. So let's look at the scheme pool. Reckoning, I hate Reckoning because I think it's stupid. Comic Labor is always there. Hunting Party, kill minions. It goes online with Reckoning. Exhaust, no one's. Exhaust. I don't know why, unless both crews are going at each other. I wasn't going to take it. Neutralize and quick murder. So every three things involve killing that aren't the strat, and the strat involves killing. So pretty much all you really need to do is kill, or not be killed, right? And that's why I don't like scheme pools like this, because all it does is force you to either hide or everybody runs at each other. And if one person hides and kind of plays standoffish, and the other person runs in, they're risking just getting blown apart. So let's go down my list and why I picked it. So we have Wong with Du Glowy. Wong is not an easy master to kill if I don't want him to die, obviously. So that kind of takes away Neutralize their leader in its own way. McTavish is a good, because he's glowy and he shoots and he hides behind cover and all this stuff. He's hard to kill for quick murder. Like if I don't want him to die, I can just run him backwards or hide him. So quick murder is very hard to do against McTavish. Frank, I'll explain why I took him later. Sparks is just there to accomplice the Pigapult and give it fast as needed. Pigapult, Cranky's there because when the Pigapult kills something, I get Stole Stones. He drops scheme markers. He card cycles. I had 4 points. It worked out. Six Stuffed Piglets is there for the Pigapult, clearly. Activation control and launching them as needed. So the idea there is it looks really enticing to take Hunting Party, but the problem is I'm never going to throw Pigapult. I'm never going to give you something to kill with Hunting Party. I'm going to sit in the back with the Pigapult and just sit there. And I'm just the plan was to sit in the back, and if you try to come forward, I will shoot you and get Reckoning. Otherwise, I'm going to take Convict Labor, which I did, and if you didn't take Convict Labor, you are screwed because you're never going to get my Quick Murder. You're never going to get my Neutralize. When I say never, you're not likely to. Hunting Party, I'm never going to let you get. Exhaust, you're never going to get because I'm never going to send anything you can exhaust. So if you didn't pick Convict Labor in hopes that I was going to run at you or something, then you're in deep trouble. And Wong can easily do Convict Labor by himself. And because the Pigapult's such long range, it can defend the Convict Labor line. So if you're running up to try to stop my Convict Labor, I have Wong, McTavish, and a Pigapult to just blow you off the board. Now, if you were willing to come at me, then things could happen. John didn't bring a list that was very good at coming at me without risking just being blown apart. Especially since... Did I have to deploy first? Yes, I did. I deployed first, which was unfortunate, but that happens. Lynch, Huggy. Actually, I don't remember who deployed first. I think he had to. It didn't matter. The way I deployed it didn't matter. But so that was my list. And okay. Oh, Frank. Frank was the little thing I added at the end, talking with my friend Travis. Because the idea now is, okay, what if I want to take? I got to take something. All right, I'm going to take Convict Labor. And I got to take something that maybe I can get some points off of. So Frank was the key to this. Frank was one of those models where, let's say I took Hunting Party against maybe someone with a lot of minions or anything. It was neutralized in this case because Jacob Lynch doesn't have many wounds. The idea is I can throw Frank out there in turn 1 or 2, right? And what's the worst case that happens is he has 1 round to kill Frank before Frank goes. And I have a bunch of stones I'm probably not going to use on anything. So it's very hard to kill a 10 wound henchman before he attacks. If Frank gets to go, I just charge something and try to do a bunch of damage. All right, maybe I kill one thing for Hunting Party. Maybe I get neutralized half. Things. Maybe I kill with a quick murder. Maybe I get a Reckoning point if there's 2 little things. Nonetheless, if Frank dies, I'm not going to give up Reckoning because there's nothing else I'm going to let him kill that turn. And he's not my quick murder because I have McTavish. So he's just there to throw out and be like, all right, maybe I'll get an extra point here. Because the idea is to win the game 3-0, 4-0. depending on what the opponent does. Worst case is it's 3-0, I get convict labor, they get nothing, because Frank can also be thrown. If they try to do convict labor, I can shoot him with Pigapulse and throw Frank there to deny it, and I'm not giving up Reckoning because he's one model. In this game, I ended up killing Huggy turn 1 with the Pigapulse because it was in range. The only other big things that happened was I threw Frank behind a Jacob Lynch. I ended up getting him to half with a Pigapult shot. I had to move the Pigapult with his I moved it like 6 inches one turn to set up a shot on Lynch. But I did do like 4 wounds with Frank. I had a red Joker. I just didn't get the hit I needed to cheat the damage in to kill him. He killed Frank. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I got Jacob Lynch to 3 wounds left. I actually got a hit on it with a Pigapult shot, and then Black Joker the damage, so I didn't kill him. And I never got another shot because he ran to the corner. He tried to come in and go for like a hunting party play, but I killed 2 guys. I think they were I killed like Illuminated and something else, and got a Reckoning point. So I got 3 for Convict, 1 for Neutralize, and 1 for Reckoning. And John basically just hit the rest of his stuff in the corner, and so I won 5-0. Obviously, the game itself wasn't exciting. It's kind of the pool that really just forced me to do something where I'm not going to just run at you. I'm not going to just give you points. And I know a couple other people took lists similar where they took like just all stringers and stuff and just sat in a corner and was like, because you're depending, if you're playing like a normal game, like where you're both going at it and you have like turf war or something that makes you come to the center, you can take things like neutralize quick murder and you're going to get some points off of it. But in this round, if you didn't take convict labor and somebody played very defensive, you're not getting any points. What are you going to do? And if they have convict labor, you're risking, trying to stop it. You could lose the game there. So the fact that he didn't choose convict labor, and if he did, it wouldn't have mattered versus the crew that I had. But it was very difficult to pick schemes against it because you don't know what I'm going to do with my crew. It looks kind of fighty. I mean, it's Frank and stuff, and you would think maybe I'll come at you and like blow you apart. It's just a really good crew in my opinion for this pool. I don't think the crew is going to be good in those other pools. It's just something that Reckoning does when nothing forces you to like cross the center line. It can create for some stupid games. So this was one of those ones I felt bad because I know John and I didn't really have fun, but I basically just did what I needed to do to win the game and get away from the round with a win. And so that was my thought process behind the list, basically denying a bunch of schemes to my enemy and setting this list that was just like this, unless they like took some crazy list that just ran at me. And even then I had plays with Frank is still there. It's still Wong and McTavish to kill things. And if things got really crazy, you can always just run stuff piglets into people and then blow them up and then kill everybody for that. And then maybe they'll get a reckoning point because they killed some stuffed piglets. But you're going to get a reckoning point and kill a bunch of their models anyway, so it won't matter at that point. So that was day 1. I'm sitting in a pretty good position. And going into day 2, I'm playing against Arcanist. And I feel more comfortable in the day 2 scheme. So I felt good. Stay tuned for game 4.